Hi everybody.
Hey.
Charis and Amanda here in Utah. The mountains, can you see them back there? They're like way across this valley thing. Maybe at the end of the video we'll pick it up and show them where we are.
Do the whole panorama.
Yeah. So the reason that we're hanging out this week is that we are planning the Elven Bliss Out for January.
Mm-hmm.
And it was going to be in November, but it wanted to move till January, so we decided we would go ahead and oblige, because not like you can choose to do anything else. So we did. And this video is just telling you what it's going to be about, and also some cool info, because I don't believe in advertisement videos. Like,
right.
I don't like that. So really what it's just going to be is saying, hey, this is what we're doing, but we're also going to tell you some of the awesome stuff that we will tell you if you come.
Exactly.
Because, yeah, it's not going to be like, here's a tidbit, and then you have to come in order to get it. I don't like that. That's yucky. So we're not going to do it. So, okay, so when is it?
So January 11th through the 13th.
Yes.
Powerful numbers, by the way.
111. All you light workers out there
1-3.
in Starseeds will be down.
Yes.
With the understanding of that one.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be here in the mountains of Utah. We won't be here. We'll be in Park City, which is like an hour away from here.
About an hour and 20 minutes from here, yeah.
Yeah, but these mountains are super amazing and powerful and really grounding and activating at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
which is so interesting. I was just in the mountains in Idaho and Wyoming last week,
Mm-hmm.
and they were super grounding, and I think that I was getting subtly activated, but mostly I was just aware of the crazy grounding.
Right.
And these are, I feel like, are really doing both. But I also think that's you. I think that you do both, too.
And vice versa, yeah.
We've been hanging out a lot,
Yeah.
so we're doing the alchemy thing.
Yes.
So, okay. General info. It's going to be 111 to 113 in Park City, Utah. That's a Friday to a Sunday. And our intentions for it are, for instance, to provide a space, because what we've discovered, especially after hanging out with each other, is that when you just make the space and kind of allow the universe to do whatever it wants to do, crazy alchemy happens.
Uh-huh.
And so,
Lots of
yes,
magic.
right. Like, we have a list of what we're going to teach you and what we're going to do in our little chocolate ceremonies and connecting with guides and learning how to do writing, meditation, stuff like that. However, that's really only a scaffolding for the whole thing,
Mm-hmm.
like a skeleton, and we don't really ever know what's going to happen once we're there.
Exactly.
What do you think is going to happen?
Well, every time I get the feeling of the retreat, it's very, as I said, warm and spicy, and a lot of like comforting magic. Of course, cacao is going to be a huge part of it, and there's a reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
But very activating, but cozy, warm.
Lots of tea.
Yes.
Lots of delicious food.
Mm-hmm. And there's the whole thing about it being in the
That's
winter.
the dog, by the way.
Yeah, the
if you hear
dog's
that
out here with
panting.
us.
Anyway.
She's panting.
Like, what is that?
What is that noise?
Weird. Anyway, moving on.
Activating.
Yes.
The death of winter and the rebirth. And it's interesting because it's going to happen in 2013, right after December 2012. I don't know, I feel cool. I feel a lot of really intense alchemy going on there.
Mm-hmm. And it's interesting because with all of the retreats, it ends up being such an interesting mix of people, because it winds up being some people who are at the very beginning of their spiritual journey,
Mm-hmm.
and some people who've been on it for years.
Mm-hmm.
But the main thing that we have been discovering, especially more in this weekend than possibly ever before, because time's speeding up and we're growing faster and we're doing this crazy fractal expansion thing,
Yeah.
is that it's not about learning anything. It's about unlearning and realizing that you could do this stuff the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So those of you who have been on your path for a really long time but are attracted to coming, yes, of course, it'll be really activating for you, and we'll be speaking in all the vocabulary and language that you know. But those of you who are also super new, usually, and I find this when I teach, and so do you, is that people already can do it.
Totally.
And it's more just realizing that you can do it and that you're already doing so much of like the esoteric stuff.
Right.
Hey,
Here's
there
the
she
dog.
is. I wonder if they could, I don't think they could see her. There she is. Well,
Oh, she wants to be in the camera.
a little bit. Yeah, what ends up happening is people of like mind, when we come together and spend several days together, so not just one afternoon or a day or a class or something, but a good 2-3 day span, and we're eating ascension food, and we're talking about things and doing practices and bringing our spiraling intelligences and presence up, and creating this whole what is the word, like vortex of energy.
Yeah.
and then we're all also in it and receiving it.
Mm-hmm.
And then what ends up happening is we bring in like body workers and stuff to ground it down.
Yes.
And that happens across the board at all the retreats. But I feel like this one in Utah is going to be extremely like winter oriented, winter activation, and winter to me feels a lot like a womb and a place of gestation.
And that's how it's felt the whole time you've been here.
Oh
Very
my gosh,
womb.
yeah. In the womb room.
We have
There's
a
red
womb room. We call it a womb room.
It's awesome.
It's really our theater room, but there's no windows and it's red walls. It feels like a womb.
And it's kind of round.
Yeah.
Like the corners are even kind of
Yeah.
So some of it is going to be just about the synthesis and the alchemy of people coming together and all activating each other. And some of it's also going to be about stuff that we've downloaded in meditations and taught. And what's a good message from the elves? Because it's going to be about connecting with the elven realm, which is definitely real, definitely here, not in 3D. But all you have to do is just kind of adjust your filter a little bit to start receiving all this crazy information. And they live in these mountains. So, well, they live in a lot of places, but very unique ones that I've never seen before live in these mountains who are very much more ET hybrid than any elves I've ever seen before. Most of the elves I've ever encountered have been very humanish, and these are not really. And it surprised me, but then you're like, oh no, yeah, they're like that. After I said, well, they look different.
They look ET, yeah.
Yeah, so, any parting words from the elves for this video?
Well, I think what I feel strongly, and a lot of the stuff that I've channeled is just about, I want to use the word imagination, because even though I think for some people the idea of this whole realm being real is kind of a little bit too woo-woo, but even if you don't literally consider that, there is this magic in imagination, and it's incredibly activating. And it's also a deep realm of manifestation, and it really aligns with Charis's whole mission of creating bliss. And pockets of heaven. Pockets of heaven.
Poke heaven's pockets.
So I feel like
get that good stuff out of there.
At least in what I'm getting, I feel a lot of it has to do with manifestation. About truly understanding that there's a realm that you can enter into that helps you manifest.
Yeah, and bringing in 2013, really bringing it in fully. And the funny thing is, I don't know what's going to happen in the next couple months, but it doesn't anymore to me feel like we're going to be dealing with the kind of cataclysmic events that we were worried about, that we were told to expect. What it does feel like is this humongous awakening. There's dragonfly. And that's the first one I've seen in a couple days. Good timing. Humongous awakening and a realization that we have grounded a divine state of being on Earth, and it's already here, and we just have to recalibrate to understand that that's what's going on.
Totally.
And that's what 2013 feels like, is like this, like you just got off a roller coaster, and you're like, oh wait, I am in a different spot. It looks really similar, but this is actually a different universe where we are right now.
Right.
So, yeah, that sounds good. So,
awesome.
Yeah, we'll do a couple more videos for you guys, letting you know more about the retreat. So stay tuned for that.
Yes.
But other than that, go in peace. Have a great day.
Yeah.
Come hang out with us. We'll talk to you very soon.
Ciao.